Hello, Music Multiverse listeners, and welcome to Panelists' favorite show. Tonight, it's all about artists that have that something. Well, that's something very different. Freaky, if you will. Freakier the better. And what a great way to kick off October. Yeah, somebody planned this. All kinds of ways that this can go, decades and decades worth of freaks. And we're not defining freaks by any means. So the sky's the limit, or since we've been joined by the Grim Creeper, the darkness in hell is the limit. But before we reveal our favorite 5 freaks of the music industry, are you a freak of music like me? Shh, don't tell anybody. We'll keep it our secret because when you subscribe to the channel, we don't really know that you did unless you want to tell us. So, it's anonymous. So that's right. Music Addicts Anonymous, MAA, or Beyond Your Radio for short. You don't have to be an addict to join. It just helps. Me not to be alone with my demons and my music infatuations. So hit the like button, leave a comment. We love to know what you think. Tonight's freaks, actually, you know what? Tonight's freak winters on the panel tonight.
The freaks come out at night.
Yes. The freakiest freak that comes out at night. He's the corporate freak that loves Mondays, the Grim Creeper. No comment. All right. It's gonna be an easy show. She's been to an Amish paradise. She was looking for butter. Barely got out alive. Damn, Deb Armitage Hicks Maloney.
I don't know what that means.
Way better than yesterday. If the freaks are out, better call the Judas of all priests for your Uber ride home. Jeff Young.
How dare you?
Oh, how do we go here? He had okay.
Oh, Steve's in witness protection mode.
Oh, yes.
My name is Steven.
Oh no.
His red right hand is pimp strong. Steve Scouten.
Here's the story.
Yes. He loves Tom Brady.
No. No, that's blasphemy. That's
Some of us celebrate Halloween the first day of the month and take it all the way.
True. True that.
Well, one of us.
Well,
One of us.
here we go.
Okay.
Your 5 freaks, and we'll go one at a time, back and around again and around again.
Okay.
We will start, of course, with the Grim Creeper for his number 5. Or it's number 5. Is he a he? Is it a she? Is it a she with a really, really deep voice and testicles? I don't know.
We can't tell.
Oh, I noticed Jeff said that one of us, and what if God was one of us? But truthfully, if we're gonna get weird, how do you not go with Boy George?
Yeah.
Number 5 is Boy George. Yeah.
At the end of the day, would you really want to hurt me?
I almost picked that.
Or do I really cry?
I almost picked it.
Yeah.
Really?
It.
Interesting. Because I just thought he's just so normal to me now.
Yeah.
It's wow.
You get
There's a
used to
statement.
things.
Well, they mellow during their old age.
And that says a
Oh,
lot
they
more
do.
about you than it does about us.
Say that again, Grim Creeper.
That says a lot more about Deb than that says about us.
Mr. Young.
Maybe.
You're number 5.
I'll just go with an obvious one and one that's more of a niche following. I guess I'll just go with King Diamond. The reputation as a freak stems from more of his performance and the shock persona and just this whole thing that he does on stage. But the corpse paint makeup, macabre props and imagery and microphone that made of bones and upside down crosses and theatrical performances that kind of go with his storybook albums, all with dark horror themes. And he's got a crazy extreme vocal range, which is unique and unsettling at times. in which he also has different character voices to go along with the stories, and a lot of dark lyrical content. So, yeah. So even goes back to his days of Merciful Fate. But yeah, that's
Nice.
which is you just take one look at any of his pictures on his albums of his performances, and yeah, you guess you could put him in the
The freak
category if you
zone.
want.
Freak zone.
Anybody, especially not into that type of music, would definitely run away.
I thought you were gonna say Ozzy Osbourne. He bit that fucking bat. Even I wouldn't do that. That's like eating at Mighty Taco at like past 9.
In your car.
I didn't even get anything to eat. I just stopped.
If you ate at Mighty Taco, my friend, you have eaten a bat, I'm sure.
We're a commercial for Mighty Taco. I don't know what that's going on. They get
We
charged.
mention more than like Robert Plant. We talk about Mighty Taco more.
Yes, I'm sure they're just knocking on the door to endorse this show.
Not after tonight. They won't.
Nope. We're gonna get.
Oh my god!
Damn.
Someone's been knocking.
I can't believe I hurried up to get here for this. He couldn't miss it.
Now
'cause
you'll
I
be
knew it was
hurrying
a
up
big
to
thing.
leave.
Sorry, I ate at Mighty Taco. I gotta go to the bathroom.
You have
So
30 minutes.
You have 30 minutes.
Oh my god.
3, 2, 1.
Off.
My guy, I don't know if you would call him a freak. I thought he was a freak. I mean, he's still kind of avant-garde, I would maybe say. And I wasn't really a big fan of the band until I became a fan of him and went back to the band. But he's a prankster and he likes the shock value, but not gross shock value. I think that he likes to just play games with people, but that's Jack White. I think he is uber talented. I love everything that he does. I think it's all catchy and great, but I bet if he had come around maybe when I was, under my dad's roof, he would not have let me have anything to do with Jack White. That's all I've got to say about him, but that's my number 5. He's not freaky weird like Marilyn Manson and that kind of the go-to, but he's got something strange going on there. I don't know much about him.
He was in the movie Cold Mountain.
He was?
Yes, he was one of the musicians in Cold Mountain, right?
Oh, I didn't know this.
Every time I see pictures of him usually or see him live, I always think he might have been the illegitimate child of Willy Wonka. And I think that's where the freak comes in.
That makes sense because I hate Willy Wonka. I hated those movies. It gave me this.
Thank you.
And it
so much.
wasn't even. I hated that movie, and I hated that Johnny Depp was in a remake of it. I just was mad at the whole situation.
I think you
but
lost
that
the
makes
bet.
total sense.
He lost a bet.
So Jack White. Okay, that makes the Willy Wonka. That sums it up. Thank you.
But he is a freak on the guitar. No question. The blues guitar,
There you
he's
go.
a freak. No question.
Yeah. He's a good musician.
We'll go to Steve.
So I've got to admit, this was kind of tough for me. I didn't do as much research as I would have liked to have, but I have come up with 5. And when the subject came up, this was the guy. My number 5 is the guy I thought of immediately as a total freak. Some of the things he's done on stage are grotesque. And I think that pretty much gives you a license to be in the free category. And that's Iggy Pop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, great pick.
Yeah, he's a nut job, but one of the Godfathers of punk, really, if you think about it.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, he was not my number 1, but the first person I thought of when it was Freaks was Iggy Pop. So I'll throw him in the mix.
Nice.
Great
Good
choice.
Yep. The Stooges.
Yep, Iggy and the Stooges. Yep.
Yep.
Great choice, Steve.
Coming from you, that means a lot.
We gotta have the Grim Creeper voting thing. How many
Yes, yeah,
stars or
they're
how
little,
many axes or how many
yeah.
skulls?
How many skulls? They start popping up.
I thought you were gonna pick P Diddy. Oh wait, that's the freak off list, not the freak list.
Hey, don't
That's a whole different show. That's it. That's at Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
That's the Beyond. That's the Beyond Your Radio After Hours show.
Jeff, don't steal my
After hours.
Don't steal my next number. Don't steal his number 666.
Uh-oh.
Clear throat.
I am going to go female.
Oh.
And I didn't know this woman was a freak. I pretty much held her in a musical category of quasi genius, lyrically, piano, just strange.
I almost picked this person.
Strange little girl. Where are you?
Me?
All right. And then I saw her interview with Rick Beato. No, she's a freak. There's no question she's a freak. I don't know what was going on. The piano speaks to her. So, wow, I wish my shit that I do for a job would speak to me and fix my crap, but whatever. That is Tori Amos.
Mark.
Will
You
be
don't
my
have
number
I almost picked this person. Almost did.
Really? Know this.
But then I
Dang
just, I don't know. I just couldn't make it the connection. So
Mark. You're telling me you don't have things speak to you.
This is supposed to be a secret, but thanks.
Anytime.
But, well, back to you, Grim.
Well, since
it.
Jeff
nothing more about Tori.
What?
Nothing more about Tori.
No, what?
No,
What?
that's-
You're gonna make us look it up?
I'll leave it. I'll leave it at that. You know, this,
Yeah.
Actually,
look
you know,
it up.
I'll just add something to that. You know, what's really different about what makes her freakish is not like in a condescending way, but it's just the uniqueness. You can't really pigeonhole her in any genre. She does everything all at once. And even when she performs,
Sure.
she's using two pianos at once, or she's half standing, half sitting. Like she's like just everything is unique about her. And but you can't deny the voice and the playing. It's just so great.
in the
yeah.
in the interview, she backed herself into a corner and was in a room, boxed out, and Rick was in the other room, looking into the room, and it was almost like she had to be like facing. I don't know. It was just, and then she said how the music speaks to her, and I am. If you love Tori Amos, and
Eccentric.
I wouldn't watch that. I wouldn't watch that interview. I wouldn't. It's
Eccentric.
kind of
That says it right there.
Yeah.
Well, maybe mental illness. We never know.
What her
So
daughter's
listen
now
to
it, but
involved in
don't
the
watch
music
it,
and
is what
all
you're
that
saying.
now too. So you know, it's just
Some interviews are to be listened to and not watched, right?
yes,
Well,
yes. How well put.
Kind of like
Well-
some shows, but anyway.
I have to say, I thought it was some of her finest work being boxed in and holed in a corner. But
Yeah.
anyways,
Number 4.
well, since Jeff stole my number 4 by mentioning Diddy and ruined the surprise, I guess I'll surprise you once more, and I'll just say it's the guy from Blues Traveler, because no one should be able to play a fucking harmonica that good.
He is a freak.
So we're going to go the guy from Blues Traveler, whose name escapes me because it's not the lead singer of Smash Mouth. So
John Popper.
there we go. Pop rocks.
Yes, and
Okay.
he had like pockets for all kinds of them on his repertoire. You know,
That's right.
You would think he is peddling them while he's panhandling.
yes. Well,
So John Popper, number
all
4.
right.
Okay, cool.
If you'd have said to me, Mark, you think John would make that list? I'd say no. That's a unique one. But
Yeah,
he
it
does
is.
know how to. He can play a harmonica like nobody business. Let's go back to Jeff Young, who seems perplexed.
I'm just gonna get this one out of the way. It's kind of
Okay.
so I'm just gonna go with Marilyn Manson, and
Yeah.
which he'd probably say, "No, I'm not the freak. You're the freak for not allowing me what I want to do." But he's got the provocative image and just the name itself. Coming from Marilyn Monroe and Charles Manson. It's a immediate, deliberate attempt to shock people. He's got the all the different themes in his music. Guns, religion, sex, perversion, things that are just easy and controversial. A lot of oxymoronic lyrics, and plus, as an artist, allegations of abuse, stupid rumors about removing a rib. There's just a whole thing that's kind of developed throughout his career.
Wasn't he the guy in the Wonder Years? Isn't that the one rumor that he was the kid in the Wonder Years, Marilyn Manson?
Well, that's yeah, I'd say that's a vicious rumor.
Mr.
His
do you
plus,
want
a lot of his career is kind of, in some cases, it's seen like lyrically and musically and just performatively as like a rebellion against his Christian upbringing. He was even blamed for the 1999 Columbine High School massacre, which is kind of dumb. But all that stuff, you put it together, and it's easy to see how people would see Marilyn Manson as a freak.
Yep.
Do you want to know a fast fact about Marilyn Manson that you don't know?
What?
For one Halloween, I got him a gift card to Sephora because that man uses so much white makeup. He said thanks.
I have every album. I'm an addict for it. I just to see what
it's gonna do.
Provocative, but it's intelligent provocative.
Yeah.
It has this hold on certain things, especially the movie industry. They use a lot of his material. I mean, the John Wick. They used it in the second version of Blair Witch Project, Disposable Teens. What a great song to
many
have.
Artists that'll do shock and horror, but
yeah.
I wouldn't always. There might be. I wouldn't call all.
Oh,
Wow.
no.
Oh,
You just froze.
I just put a hell of a spell on Jeff. Just to tell you guys that you're all beautiful people. Thank you, Marilyn.
Mr. Young, you broke up.
You
there.
froze.
Didn't hear you.
I was just gonna say it. There's a lot of especially even now today, throughout the world, just bands or artists who, I say artists, bands or performers who have the same style. They try to be theatrical. They try to do the shock thing, but not all of them are artists like Marilyn Manson is. I mean, he is talented, lyrically and just performatively.
I'll add one last thing in that I have seen him live, and it does not translate that well.
Really?
It's okay. It's just not as grandiose and rich and deep as you would think it would be. And
yeah, because he seems so theatric. It seems like
that might have been how, if it was done early, if he went to earlier shows and later shows, or in this particular one, he was the headliner, but there were multiple bands prior, and he was not the huge headline like nobody else but him and one person. But you've seen him twice, Jeff?
I can't remember how many times. I mean, not more than twice.
No more. Damn.
Okay, well, I don't even have to say anything about this band. I can just say their name. But anyways, to preface that, they like to use nudity and belching smoke and terror, nightmare inducing surgical videos when they are on stage behind them. And it's Butthole Surfers. When you're named the Butthole Surfers, you're a freak. I don't know what you're surfing in, but that's not where I'm going to learn to surf.
I believe they're surfing in Butthole.
Yeah, they're like the human version of Guar.
Oh, well, let's get down to my list later, okay? So
not get down anywhere near Butthole.
Wait till we get to my number 2.
Really? Number 2, Butthole Surfers? Yeah, does it go there?
I just look at this band and I go, you do like a few of their songs, but I just went, can't, like, is that what you're relying on? Is the name of your band to make us listen to you? I don't know. But anyway, Butthole Surfers. I can remember being in my car and Chris going, "What's a butthole surfer?" Like, we're turning the channel because I'm not telling my 7-year-old.
Yeah.
And that's either great parenting or the biggest hole that anyone's ever dug.
Eve, before we get any deeper.
It certainly won't be anywhere near the Butthole Surfers. I can, it's interesting when this girl started, she seemed to be more of a freak than she is now.
Oh,
I thought Lady Gaga was a freak when she started.
well, she was wearing meat suits, yeah.
Yeah, all the weird suits and all the dances and all the this and that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, freaking ridiculously talented, but
Of course.
maybe she's fallen a bit off the freak wagon, and maybe the Butthole Surfers took up the slack. But I'm gonna throw Lady Gaga in the mix.
Okay. She was freakish. People were really turned off at some point.
Yeah.
I feel like she kind of like picked up the baton where it might have been left by Madonna.
yeah, like maybe a little bit of Madonna, a little bit of Cher.
Okay. Yeah.
I always see her for some reason as an emulatory artist. I never feel that anything is original. Like it's coming from
Bradley Cooper that spoke to my soul.
Was it shallow part of your soul?
The shell. Your shell.
No, it's the part that still holds Cher close to me.
Oh, okay. I am gonna go with another female. That one for me has to understand is near impossible. To fathom the depths of the recording process, the ideas and concepts that come from just pure vocal arrangements and no musical instruments whatsoever to start, to the off-kilter presentations, to the avant-garde, and then of course to the imagery that takes Vogue to an interestingly different level, to the point of not off-putting but not on-putting, because some of the stuff that she wears most people wouldn't put on, but she does. She's going to wear a swan to the Oscars. She's going to have all of these, and I'm not brilliant, I'm not smart, I just am, and I feel like she's too freakish into the music and the categoricalization of it and the making of it and apparently the biology of it, because the last record, it wasn't the last record before, Biophilia, I didn't understand it. But I loved it. It's almost like a foreign language, and that's Bjork. Still, I believe one of the greatest freaks in the industry, musically impressionable, and completely no duplication. No one's going there. No one's gonna even try it. And
even with her hairdo.
Yeah, I've seen her live, and the orchestra's with her, and I'm sure they were like scared out of their minds more than they would have been playing with anybody else that we're going to mention here later. So.
You know how many years I waited to see her on The Masked Singer?
Oh, but she'd have to get rid of that hairdo.
She could show up as herself and no one would know who she is.
That's true. That's true.
Grim, what do you have next?
Well, From the Silver Scream of the Ice Nine Kills album, all the way into the depths of Rob Zombie, I give you the most haunting female figure I know to join the ranks of the creepiest. I give to you Tony Basil. Only one person could stalk Mickey that much in a 4-minute song to make you wonder, is this guy really just going to block her on social media after a while? So needless to say, after listening to Hey Mickey, I have to put Tony Basil as
Stop,
pretty fucking weird.
Tony Basil. What? After Bjork?
The Grim Reaper sees Freaky in an entirely different way.
I guess. I don't know.
You know,
Tony Basil.
when you have a
Oh.
tail, never.
I bet you if I had a chance with her in high school, I could prove the freak. That cheerleader outfit in the music video, it did things for the souls that are all lost at this point.
Okay.
Oh, Mick,
Tony
you're so
Basil.
fine. You're so fine.
You blow
So
my mind.
fine. Hey,
Hey,
Mick,
Mickey.
All right, just glad it wasn't Mick Jagger.
Mickey.
Jeff Young.
Alrighty then. I'll go with Buckethead.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure.
Cheers.
Very
For sure, man.
Hell is wrong
eccentric
with-
persona. I mean, amazing guitarist. But several odd elements, including the mask inspired by the movie Halloween, upside down KFC bucket as a hat, and sometimes has an orange funeral sticker on it.
Sounds normal to me.
Also been known to use a hand puppet to conduct his interviews. And
I do that to talk to strangers.
he has insane output, like over 700 releases, a lot of diverse styles.
Amateur hour.
Also kind of reclusive. So it's noted in different places I've read that he's gone to extreme lengths to protect his privacy. So he's kind of got an outsider image, trying to refuse fame. And it has been speculated that maybe he has social anxiety or maybe even some type of Asperger's or something is a reason why he performs the way he does.
Really?
And, but other people might see it opposite and say, no, he's just totally dedicated to his craft and that's all he really cares about.
Does
Um,
Asperger's hang out with butthole servers? I mean, just
You eat it from McDonald's, it does.
But yeah, anyway, just the bizarreness and the freaky, amazing
Yep.
talent together. That's why he's on my list.
I
Good pick.
choose to preserve him for another 30 years just based off of that fact alone. He is as normal as it gets.
damn.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, you stole my number 3. She actually took over for Yoko Ono in my mind, so it's Bjork.
She didn't break up any band though.
Well, she broke up my ears and everything else. I mean, yeah,
Well, the Sugar
Bjork.
Cubes. I guess you could say she broke up the Sugar Cubes.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Bjork has always been one of those people that I don't get it. And whenever you introduce albums for me to listen to from that part of the world, I go, I hope this isn't Bjork like. Not that all of her music is off-putting, it's just that I have a preconceived disdain for her because she's weird. And then I think that just kind of pigeonholed my thoughts on her, and I don't ever gravitate to listen to her because she's, in my opinion, a freak. So yeah, you already said it all for me, Mark.
Ringu is what I let out when I listen to the Butthole Surfers.
Steve.
Bro.
My number 3 is, if you're part of the army, you probably think I'm wrong, but
Oh,
my number 3 is Kiss.
This army.
we'll agree.
Yeah, I think with the, I mean, definitely good musicianship. I mean, some great songs that will always be around, but all the makeup, all the Gene Simmons' tongue hits the ground. Yeah, I just, for whatever reason, Kiss is one of my freaks, or 4 of my freaks.
He was
Or
probably
5
the
of
first
5
performer I
of
saw
my
to
freaks.
spit blood.
Yeah, and spitting blood, yeah, the whole 9 yards. But there's folks that they're devout. So, but not me. I just call him a freak.
My number 3 is also Buckethead.
Oh, right.
I had a feeling he'd get with, but
that is commitment. That is commitment to your craft.
It is.
To a disturbing level. You don't even. He is the only performer who doesn't really have an encore. He just goes out.
He does play 2 hours. So.
Yeah, he plays for 2 hours, and the only break he does is to twirl nunchucks. So he's got and there's no banter with the crowd. There's nothing. There's literally nothing. It's just him and playing. If he's got a band with him, he's got a band with him. Sometimes he doesn't. Just lets it go. And
he was doing nunchucks with one hand and playing with the other when I saw him last.
Oh, so he's even gravitated to bigger
God.
freak, And the freak in this, it even goes to the album covers, the album names, the names of songs, the idea of an abusement park instead of an amusement park, and all the songs and rides in there are part of the abuse.
That's Bill Cosby's record, Mark.
And you want to know something? This man took my young son to see him.
Yes. The bar none, everybody can have their Jimmy Page. You can have your Stevie Ray Vaughan. You can have anybody you want.
Sure.
But the fact of the matter is, this guy can play anything in any way, shape, or form. Electric, acoustic, bass, doesn't matter. He can play with Bill Laswell. He can play with Primus. He can play with
Guns N' Roses.
Yeah, Guns N' Roses. Yes, Jonas Elborg. These are people that he is probably the greatest guitarist on the planet right now. And there's Johnny Five. There's other people that are in that same mix, but I actually know his real name, and a lot of people do too. But he can play jazz. It's crazy.
I was worried, Mark. I thought you were going to talk about him playing with other things when you talked about him playing anything, but good save. Good save.
Yeah, thank you, Grim. Back to you, number 2.
Thank you, Grim.
My number 2. From true artists like Rob Zombie to the tits on Vince Neil's chest, I present to you one of the strangest lyrics and borderline my version of Freebird. I give you Jefferson Airplane just for creating White Rabbit.
Wow.
Yeah.
So my number 2, Jefferson Airplane, because that shit belonged in the 70s perfectly.
Freak.
Not freaky though, it was normal.
That freak was a normal freaky.
It was.
Great song.
I lived in the 70s.
I liked it because my tie for number 2 that you didn't let me get to goes to Foxy Shazam, because anybody who can eat a cigarette on stage is
Oh my God.
about as fucked in the head as I want them to. So Foxy Shazam is my tie for number 2.
Oh my God.
Foxy Shazam.
Is that available on video? I can watch this person eat a cigarette on stage?
Maybe someone captured it on a cellular phone.
Okay.
Cellular.
Please don't put that in my in basket. Jeff Young.
Foxy Shazam, was that like the infomercial after ShamWow?
Yes.
I don't do it.
You can't do this. Oh my God.
All right.
I'm going with
Elton John. mostly because of the flamboyant persona and style. I mean, especially even at the time, just more than anyone had done at the time. But unconventional dress, his showmanship, and he was pretty honest and upfront about like his struggles and quirks, like his addiction. He had a volatile temper, usual fears like fear
Yeah.
of the Hammond organ, which is an instrument that is, well, obviously he's excellent at, superb at the piano, where you can,
Yeah.
it takes more feel, whereas an organ, it's like you're holding it down more, and he just could never master it, so he just developed a phobia of it. When his earlier performances, I read where he was playing with the band early when he was younger. They wouldn't have room on the stage that had a piano, so he'd have to use the organ from the previous performer, and he could never master it because it wasn't a piano. So anyway, I think that's where the fear came from.
Yeah.
Obviously, a successful songwriter with a very lasting influence. But yeah, just especially at the time, maybe not so much anymore.
Yeah. No, he definitely was, because I remember my dad was like, when I got my Yellow Brick Road album, he's like, you're not playing that in my house. I mean, like, well, it's Elton John. I don't get it, but
Wow.
to a
If
certain
there are hills
generation,
to die on, that would not be one of them. Back to you, Jane.
oh, it's my turn. All right. Well, somebody mentioned this band not as part of their top 5, but they mentioned it in relationship to another pick. But when somebody has a album name or a song name or a lyric or whatever it may be that says blowing the wad all over God, that's a freak, and that's Guar. Guar to me is one of the most freakish things and scary. Like I can't find anything in them that is soothing or relatable to me. So I don't even have to say anything more. Just look them up. Look it up because
Just
that
yeah,
is
I'm an expert on choir.
you. I'm sure they are the spawn of you. They were spawned of you, Grim Creeper, because if you ever want me to do an album review Saturday and one of these albums is on there, I'm busy that day because I can't. They are
So yeah, my brother just went to see this band
no.
because he just was with a group of guys that are really into that whole thing. And I was telling him, like, so Helmet is coming to Tampa, and I really want to go see Helmet, but
Yeah.
they're opening for Guar. I don't really want to see Guar. So he's like, well, Guar is kind of like the heavy metal version of
Fraggle Rock.
no.
That's all I've learned about
The
you.
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Because
okay.
when you go to the show, you're gonna get shit like blood thrown on you, and
Yeah.
like
No,
it's
no, I
crazy. Like, so
Yes.
it's just it's all like
it's shock,
Anything I
shock.
take away from this episode, it's not who's
you
the
can't
freaky-
decipher the lyrics. You can't understand what they're saying. It's like
No.
you know, but yeah, it's probably a combination of everything. Like Mark was saying, like the Fraggle Rock and who knows what else. But anyway, I think the fact that it's like the Rocky Horror Picture Show, and it's kind of like something you could do once, but you probably wouldn't ever want to do again unless you're just
Okay.
one of these cult fans. But
Yeah, they actually scare me. I don't want to see any pictures of them. Nothing.
I've learned one thing from this show. It's that I don't want to go to a concert with Jeff because he is no fun.
He is way fun. He's gonna
Guar
protect
was
us.
here in Buffalo.
When?
With Slipknot, or not Slipknot, sorry, Static X. It
Oh,
was
Static
called
X. That makes sense.
It was the two separate entities of Animal versus, and they played Riverworks. So interesting. I was thinking of going, but the Guar thing, yeah, couldn't get past it.
I was
Yeah.
there.
That is so. You were the manager.
Yes.
Stage time.
He's in the cleanup crew after.
Cleanup
S-
crew. Oh,
Steve.
You didn't see me there with the mop?
So
Be a blowtorch.
my 1 and 2 were kind of interchangeable because I couldn't decide on one over the other. So I like the way that Jeff brought Elton John into the mix because this guy, around the same time period, was very similar to Elton John in the kind of the multiple persona type thing. He took on a different persona, and that was David Bowie.
oh
Um,
yes.
You
Poor
know, the
Ziggy.
whole,
Yep.
you know, the Ziggy stuff,
Yep.
the clothing, the makeup, the hairstyles, everything. But again, much like Elton John, a giant musically.
Yep.
And you know, much like Elton John, his influence on other bands is tremendous. But
Yep.
you know, in that time period, in that, you know, early to mid 70s, David Bowie was a freak, and
Yep.
yeah, it was between him and my number 1, but I like the way that Jeff brought Elton in, and I'll do the same thing with Ziggy. So yeah, David Bowie, number 2.
Steve, I've liked your list the most tonight.
Wait, thank you. Again, that means a
Oh,
lot.
your soul is saved
I don't know about that.
Do you
by the
think
Grim Creeper.
so? I had an introduction, and if Jeff Crichton was going to be on the show,
Mhm.
and it was he Ziggy Stardust when he should have Zagger Evans. Would anybody have gotten that? Probably not.
Mhm.
We all know
No.
the reason Jeff Crichton didn't show up on this show is because he prays too much to know that I would be here.
Because Zagger and Evans was a '70s band that was popular.
Oh,
Zig
well,
and
he
Zag.
would have gotten it.
Ha ha.
Haha, he would have gotten it.
My number 2, first person I thought of, because I believe in all of the music industry, he is considered the freak.
Okay, I guess you picked another one of mine. Go ahead.
One of those that are in any genre anybody talks about, and this is one of the hardest individuals to get into said catalog of, and it always takes people time. They're not immediate fans. They don't. It's not something that happens right away. His titles, his album covers, his bands, his non-bands, his musical choices, his affliction for jazz, and of course, his song of Yellow Snow, Frank Zappa.
Oh, I knew you were going to pick Zappa. Yellow Snow, yeah.
I am
Mhm.
still at the age of. I'm not telling you. At the, I'm still getting into and exploring and going back. So
I like that.
give it away, give it away, give it away now. Grim.
Let me wrong in another week and a half.
Yes.
We'll be wrong in a month and a half, week and a half.
I was just saying there's 5 of us in peace. That's all.
You got a month shit, so get used to me.
I know, it's only October 1st. What's happening?
For the love of all things Keith Richards' tight pants and the fact that he still is trying to go for my job, I present to you my number 1, which the fact that it has made it and no one has said it yet is a
Uh-oh.
miracle in and of itself.
Oh, miracle.
How do you all not go with the super freak himself, Rick James?
Super freak.
Rick
Super
James.
freak. Our hometown boy.
Apparently, all you
Ew.
need to make my list is to literally say super freak in your song.
It's true.
Aside from that, he's still better morally than Diddy, and I took him anyways.
Who's next?
Jeff Young.
All right. I can't believe no one else has said this yet, but I just got to go with Michael Jackson. I mean,
Mhm.
definitely, kind of led by the media and the portrayal of his whole career, let alone like just his physical alterations alone, just his condition of vitiligo that causes depigmentation of the skin was met with obvious skepticism from the media and the Black community, which led to more accusations that he was intentionally bleaching to become white, whatever. Plastic surgery that may or may have not gone wrong and made him really not even recognizable compared to what he was from his early days. Really kind of making him look like an unnatural figure.
Yep.
Then we got the eccentric behavior and lifestyle like the Neverland Ranch, kind of like a symbol of his detachment from normalcy and his fixation with childlike existence. Even when interviews, he sounded like a child, like he almost never grew up. And
Peter Pan.
his close relationships with children led to public accusations.
Okay. I admit
the media portrayed him like this too, just the tabloids. He was always in the tabloids. Accusations of child abuse, of course, but then he had an abusive childhood. Just you put it all together, and it's just like, man, like he became kind of like really like isolated from reality because everybody that was helping him make good decisions had gone away. Like he had lost them.
Yeah,
it's kind of
quintessential
sad,
freak.
It is for such a great talent, but I mean, it's a sad story at the end. But that's I think people have always kind of seen him as like a freak later in his career as opposed to earlier in his career. But
yeah, I think it was because also like what you're saying, Jeff, is that we hear like Butthole Surfers, they were just freaks, always freaks. But Michael Jackson, remembering him from a little boy, and then and then all of the other things that he did throughout his career, and then that whatever that was that catapulted him into this psychosis of what he needed to do was this weird thing. It's like two different people, right? You go, this is how he was, and where did it get him to go there? There had to be some kind of weird psychosis, family stuff, all of that, like all this talent that nobody was protecting in the right way. Everybody was protecting it for their own, I guess, ill thought.
everyone wanted to help his career.
Personal.
Who was really helping him?
No. Exactly. So yeah, it's freakish and sad at the same time.
From my experience, Michael Jackson was the first Barbie doll I ever had.
People do.
Listen, I am only the third greatest shock value in this nation, and somehow Don Imus got canceled and I didn't.
Is that why you're in a shroud? Are you like an albino, vitiligo, Grim Reaper?
Did you say mulatto, an albino?
No, I didn't say that.
A mosquito, my libido.
Mosquito.
Yeah.
I believe let's see, I'm going to Deb right now, right? Is that right?
Yes, I don't even know. I'm so confused. I don't know what to say anymore.
Michael Jackson. Okay. Now we're moving to Damn.
Okay. All right. Well, people mentioned Bowie, Elton John. This person that is my number one is none of you are going to even probably remotely know this person other than maybe the band that he's associated with after
Robert Plant.
No, he's not a freak. I hope he is when I get on our wedding night, but we won't know about that till our music festival in August.
Sorry, so we have to approve based on the initials of Damn if you get another.
Yeah, that's true. It's got to make a really good name, doesn't it?
True.
But Johnny Winter.
We don't want you to become Damp.
That sounds like a disease.
Yeah.
Or Dammer.
Even Johnny Winter was just like like freakish looking person. Now you have to remember, going back to when I was young, it was just album covers that people knew about. There was no internet to listen to these stories about what happened to people. They were all like urban legend type stuff, right? So one of my favorite progressive bands, but one of my early favorite bands of all times, they had a member of the band that had a legendary story, myth, whatever, about what happened to him. And many songs that this band wrote, people went, I think that's about this person and what happened to him. And this kind of shaped my thought process about, I think rock and roll people are demented, crazy, all of this, right? It would be
Billy
Sid
Joel.
Barrett. Billy Joel. Sid Barrett of Pink Floyd. Sid Barrett was this legendary rumor type thing about he went crazy in an insane asylum, and he did, but we don't, it's conjecture of what exactly it was. But things that went around like, oh, he was so crazy on acid that he thought he was an orange and peeled himself. I will never forget that story. I was probably 8 years old. And I thought that Sid Barrett really tried to peel himself because he thought he was an orange. That's a freak to me, but he was part of this culture of progressive rock that turned into what we all talk about on these shows. And it's this kind of progressive rock. And oh, now there's stoner progressive rock, and then there's hard metal progressive rock. Sid Barrett was the first freak introduced to me as a music listener. And it was years before I even heard him sing anything on an old record, on one of those spinny phonograph things. Now it wasn't that old. But he is my quintessential freak of music. And I bet probably Mozart could be up there too. I bet there's all these freaky people, right?
Yeah.
Beethoven couldn't hear. How's that happen? I don't know.
Yeah, crazy dude.
Steve, number one.
So I hate to be boring, but my number one is your number two, Mark. I was right on board with Frank Zappa. Yeah, I mean, he was the original. At least when I was growing up. Quirky, nutty, fun music to listen to. Had quite a band behind him with the Mothers. Some famous people came out of the Mothers. So yeah, Frank Zappa for me was number one. I got a couple others that I'll do at the end, but yeah, Zappa.
So were you immediately a Zappa?
No, Zappa was an acquired taste for me, and it kind of late high school, early college.
Oh, that's
Yes.
early. That's pretty early.
Yeah.
It's early for sure.
Yeah, went to school, and another guy that was kind of like that I discovered around the same time as Frank Zappa was Lou Reed. Kind of weird, kind of quirky, but I loved him. Loved Lou Reed.
I didn't even think of Lou Reed as being quirky.
Yeah, well, kind of some weird, when he left the Velvet Underground and went solo. Yeah. Some of his music got a little weird. He kind of went that same route as Bowie,
experimental,
with the not a girl, not a boy type thing. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, and Zappa and Lou Reed, I kind of got into right around the same time. But for me, Zappa was the original freak. Just crazy music, fun music, but good music too. So yeah, he'd be my number one.
Let's go to the man whose cheese dip goes well with any bat taco.
That made me. His cheese dip made me have a butthole surf myself. I should go back to number 2 on the list. Found out I was lactose intolerant from this guy. And yes, I said lactose, not lactose.
Lactose intolerant.
Anyways, Mark, thank you for having me. So please take the floor.
Thank you.
Thanks, Grim.
I share my number one with my wife. I believe this individual is the quintessential nightmare. I believe
Does
he
his
lives
name
it,
begin with an R?
and it's every day, and I don't know how that's every day. I don't know even how he found a bride, which is just ridiculously incredible to in everything.
It was Tinder.
It was Tinder. He has made a career out of Halloween, and not in any cheesy format. Like, and don't get me wrong, another person will be mentioned probably in the honorable mentions. Not like that guy either, but influenced by that guy, I assume. But if it wasn't for industrial and it wasn't for metal going the way it is, and accepting a vocal of that nature, there would be no Rob Zombie. But without Rob Zombie, where would we really be? Who is the king of Halloween? He's the king of Halloween. He's the king of freak. When he goes on stage, it's not all makeup. That's actually his hair. That's it. The person probably goes, I'll tell you what, you put your pants on and all that stuff. I'm really not going to do anything. I might do my eyeshadow. Maybe that's about it. You're good to go. You're good to go. You know? Somewhere between the Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Alice Cooper. I don't know how he managed that, but
he could play for the Ravens, actually, I think, at this point.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to
Looking
Rob's
a little
house?
bit like Lamar.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to Rob's house?
No.
It's a wonderful place. It's Halloween 365 days a year. I was worried when you said R that you were going to say that your choice was Rascal Flats. However,
Or Florence Henderson.
that doesn't even have an R in it hardly.
I was surprised though that my wife didn't have the Carpenters on her list.
Carpenter. John Carpenter.
Honorable mention the B-52s.
That's you, Grim.
I'm sure there's many others that will come to me along this journey, but
That's freakish to me. It is to that era, the way they performed, the fact that the two women actually hate each other and kept
the fact that my car
hotels.
was nicknamed the Love Shack was in and of itself in my heyday back in Transylvania a much different feel. There's a lot of cringe on that Pontiac.
Deb, Jeff, any honorable mentions?
No.
Okay.
He's done.
Miss Dam.
I mean, many of the ones that you said, obviously Rob Zombie, Marilyn Manson, Buckethead. I mean, all those were on my list, but I had to go with some different ones to kind of mix it up, even though you kind of knew it was coming. And I would say that maybe in today's world, it would be just go back and listen to some of the things that Mark made me do on Saturday album review.
Sleep Token.
There's a lot there. But as far as a performer that's off the chart weird, I would agree with what you and Sue. I mean, Rob Zombie was on my list, but I knew that that would be right up there for you guys, not knowing that it was going to be number one. But and I have to say that maybe not the way somebody looks, but maybe just what they're singing about and how they present their music. I think Trent Reznor and the Nine Inch Nails, there's some stuff there that people might not really get, but then they don't even know they like it because that's another one. You turn on the TV and it is there in all different ways and it's permeating you without you even knowing who they were. And you'll talk to somebody and they go, that was a cool thing in that score and that show. And I go, that was Nine Inch Nails. And they're oh,
Saw them 2 weeks ago.
see, I think that they're great. I think Trent Reznor's great. He's a genius, but I think it scares people if they don't really know. So that would maybe be my honorable mention.
Did he win the Oscar for that song with Pixar?
Oh, I don't know.
He won 2 Oscars.
The kids movie. He wins a production for anyway. Steve, honorable mentions there.
Yep, I've got three, and they're totally unrelated to themselves. Number one would be Parliament Funkadelic.
Oh, yes.
Mhm.
Great.
Um, George Clinton, Bootsy Collins.
Yep.
You
Absolutely.
you have been redeemed.
Number two would be Devo.
Yeah.
You're wearing upside down potted plant hats.
The original Buckethead.
Yeah, the original Buckethead.
Yeah. That's exactly right.
Hothead.
I don't think you can go through Freaks without the guy that married his cousin, Jerry Lee Lewis.
Oh yeah.
On my list too.
I mean, you freaking married your cousin, for Christ's sake.
Yeah.
Steve, just wait until you go visit Alabama.
I mean, they were already family. It was meant to be, obviously.
Those are my three.
Roll Tide.
We call that a match made in blood.
Yeah, I love that.
All right, so my honorable mentions.
Oh no, can't even. Have we heard of that?
There is one that stands above them all.
Just give us the top 50.
One that stands above them all, but I'll go. Okay, so Alice Cooper.
Top 50.
Definitely, kind of the provocateur to begin with. I would definitely say that Weird Al Yankovic has that.
I almost picked him too.
All right.
Yeah.
And I don't. This one is becoming a new acquired taste thanks to an album review Saturday that's been coming up that involves Nico Case. Now, not Nico Case, although Nico Case could be considered in some cases that way. But she brought up somebody I hadn't thought of in a really long time. Nina Hagen. Anybody?
I don't know.
I
No.
haven't thought about her ever.
No.
Nina Hagen, a shock vocalist, painted up. Think of Mimi from the Drew Carey Show as a
Oh my
vocalist.
God, yes, with the big blue eyeshadow.
Oh.
Even the Grim Reaper's down.
He's getting all excited. I gotta go.
That's like eating Mighty Taco.
I don't want to know anything.
Like she could hit beautiful operatic notes and then take it to some diabolical, trashy underscore and notes that's not scalable. And really, in all honesty, she may have been the first female vocalist to do the actual growl vocal in all of music. So
if I had to listen to Ryan Stiles' humor, I would too.
So Nina Hagen is my number one on the honorable mentions. If you don't know who she is, look her up. She has plenty, and one of David Letterman's favorite people to have on the Late Show. All right. So on that note, we will thank the Grim Creeper for joining us unexpectedly. If you were offended by anything that he said, you can certainly send a message. I think you know where to send it.
Right to your butthole, surfer.
We're on the web at beyondyourradio.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, of course. Articles, videos, podcasts coming soon. It's all about albums, bands, artists, things like we do here. Obviously, give us your list of those that we might have missed on the freak scale. We'll see you next time when we do this. What is it next time? Favorite horror
soundtracks?
Albums. Horror soundtracks.
Albums.
Yes. Horror movie soundtracks. I'm sure the Grimm one might return if he's not too busy taking souls and.
I heard favorite horrors, so that's Courtney Love.
She isn't whole.
We'll see you on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, beyondyourradio.com. There's probably podcasts that are still coming because I know how Mark rolls and it's about 3 months late. But they'll be there. So please follow us.
Go Beyond Your Radio with us, a real music appreciation channel. Thanks for watching and happy listening.
Bye.